everybody, and welcome to the channel, Crossing the Spiritual Streams. My name is Tandra, and today we're going to do a Tarot Pick-a-Pile card reading with messages from Archangel Raphael today. And if you're unfamiliar with Pick-a-Pile readings, basically there's 3 piles to choose from here, and you'll be able to go to your specific pile that you want to watch the messages from. And that'll be your messages there. And basically we have some things to help you choose. These are numbered 1, 2, and 3. And number 1 here has a stone with it that's a kind of a pearl white stone. Number 2 has a yellow stone. And pile 3 has a green stone. Okay? So basically you're going to be able to meditate on the cards. Go with whichever one your gut instinct is drawing you to the most. You could pick your favorite color, although I found in the past when I watch Pick-a-Pile readings, usually if I pick my favorite color, it doesn't resonate with me at all. But that might be different for you. But you can go with a favorite color or a color that's drawing you in. But basically it's whichever pile that you're like, oh, that's my pile. That's the one that I need to watch because that's the one that has messages. You can watch more than one pile because it is possible to be drawn to more than one. And if you have trouble deciding, or if more than one kind of feels right to you, then go ahead and watch both of them because there's probably messages in both for you. That happens sometimes. You might even watch all 3. Since these are all messages from Archangel Raphael, it's possible he'll have messages for you in all 3 piles. But that's just up to you to decide which way works out best for you. All right, guys, we're going to give you a moment or so to reflect on these piles, and the timestamps will be in the description below to let you know so you can go directly to your reading when you're ready to go there, and we'll see you there. Pile 1, and welcome to your reading, those of you that chose the pearl white stone here. And we're going to see what kind of messages we have from Archangel Raphael today. All right, I picked out of the Archangel Oracle deck, there were 3 specific messages from Archangel Raphael, and I just randomly picked each message per group of pile cards that we chose. So there's just one card with one message, and this is just a general message, and then there'll be more messages in the tarot cards as well. We also are going to have charms and our oracle spheres later. So if you can be thinking of a yes or no type of question that you want an answer to, we'll be doing that, and we'll also have some more messages come through on the charms as well. Okay, here we go. The first one here is breathe. Take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and release old patterns. So that's a really nice message. For those of you who aren't real familiar, Raphael is the angel of healing. He works on healing our mind, body, and our soul. So if you are in need of healing in any of those areas, which honestly, with the breathe one, it sounds to me like a lot of you guys, which we'll maybe get some more messages here with the tarot deck, but it seems to me like a lot of you guys might just be kind of overwhelmed, or maybe caught up in your head, or life's kind of overwhelming you somewhat. It's making it hard for you to feel like you can breathe. You're might be doing a lot of things and not having a lot of time for yourself, or you might be having so many things coming at you at once that you don't feel like you can, stop, because you just have to go here, there, everywhere, and do everything. So just taking time out to take a deep breath and slow up for just a second, count to 10, do those kinds of things that will really, really help you. Also, with this message about awakening your energy and release old patterns. Sometimes we get into a rut, or where we go through and do things the same way over and over again, and sometimes they're not always the best for us, the best way we should be doing things, especially in our mind. I feel like a lot of this is the way you approach life, or the way you're thinking about things happening. And with that, if we have certain ways we think about things, sometimes that's not always the best way to think about it, or the best way to move forward. And so just by being able to stop and look at things from another direction for just a second, like I said, breathe, take a deep breath, pull in that energy, that life force that we get from breathing, and be able to help you maybe think of things in a new way. So that's kind of the messages I'm getting just from that card. But let's see what else we've got here. We got the Star. Oh, I like that. The Knight of Cups. The Star again. Wow. And the Page of Cups. Okay. This definitely has stuff to do with your emotions, I think, quite a bit. I can kind of see that here with this. We got the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands. Oh, you guys have so much power. The High Priest, the Fool card, and the Seven of Swords. Okay, wow. Okay, well, first of all, what I was saying earlier about looking in a new direction, or looking at things from a new perspective, or a new way, I think is really important for some of you guys a lot here, because we have the Fool card here, and usually he denotes going out on new adventures, new ideas, new things happening, just not sure of where he's going. He's just out just for the adventure of it, and just to see what he can find while he's out there. He's travel. I like to call the Fool card the traveler card, actually, because I think of him out there as just traveling through, wandering through life, and traveling and seeing what he can see, and seeing what kind of things he can run across. And that's the way I see the Fool card. And I kind of see that maybe that's the kind of energy you guys need to kind of start pulling in just a little bit, where you guys can, instead of getting stuck in the same old, worrying about things, rushing here and there, doing those kinds of energies, looking at life from a new angle, from a fresh perspective, from a more younger, carefree type of perspective of, let's just go out and see what life has to offer. Let's see where this journey of life can take me now, because you guys have some wonderful emotional cards here, and lots of intuition as well. I really feel like following your intuition right now might be kind of the way to go. With the Star card here, this Star card especially always reminds me of Aquarius, and I can't remember if the Star actually is represented by Aquarius at all, but because of the symbolism on the card, I think of Aquarius. And Aquarius are the ones that they're the innovators, and the new ideas, and the bringing new things out into the world, and looking at things from an unusual perspective. And usually they're kind of quirky, and absent-minded professor types, and just different, just have different ways of looking at things sometimes, and that kind of thing. And that energy, I think, is the kind of energy that you guys are able to pull in right now, and able to take your life in new directions and new ways, just by looking at things from an unusual perspective. I think that will heal your soul just greatly. And you guys have that so well. And it's great here. We have the Page and the Knight of Cups, and that deals a lot with our emotions. And I do think lately, emotionally, with these other cards, that kind of denotes that as well. I think that emotionally lately things have, I keep thinking the word overwhelmed. That just keeps coming to me. I feel like you guys have been feeling very overwhelmed by life right now. You've just been feeling like so many things have been coming at you, so many things you've been having to deal with, so many things going on that you're just, wow, things are just hitting you. And you might even, I don't think you've been hit so hard that you feel knocked down or that you feel like you can't deal with things. I don't feel that way so much. I feel like it's um, more so that you uh, just feel like a lot of things are hitting you and you just can't take a minute to think about anything. You feel like you're just reacting to things as they're coming along, and you're dealing with it all because you have to, but that you are not able to. It's kind of messing with you emotionally because sometimes you just want to sit down and cry. Sometimes you've got these other emotions going on, and you just kind of feel like, oh my gosh. Um, and even though you've been able to deal with things really, really well, it's still very hard. And it would be nice to be able to look at the world from a different perspective. I really feel like that's needed by you guys right now. I feel like that's what's really, really, really needed. And be able to take a minute out for yourself. By the star cards here, you notice how she's sitting here. She's, getting water from the pond. She's pouring it out here. She's in nature. She's, dealing with nature. The star card very much denotes, getting out and getting that purity of water, that refreshing, and she's out in the night sky and the stars are shining on her, and that's very much I just feel like that's kind of what you guys are needing right now, is just to take a minute, stand outside and especially at night. I really feel like nighttime, especially with the two star cards here, whenever two show up in a reading, I always feel like it's kind of a double energy and kind of a extra energy. And so I feel like maybe just kind of standing out there at night, looking at the stars and the moon for a minute, take several grounding deep breaths and just kind of, you'd be surprised how much just taking 4 or 5 minutes out to do something like that can really have you have a better perspective on life and things and how they're going, and help you see things in a new way, maybe even help you come up with some new ideas, because I really feel like you guys have some new ideas within you that can really burst out and really help you with your life and really help you do things. We have the two queens here, which queens to me are always like, they're like at the pinnacle of everything. They're like, they're on top of it. They're in charge of everything. They've got all this power, and that's where you guys have all that. You've got it. You're on top of it. You have all this power. And the Queen of Wands, once again, it deals a lot with ideas and things that we care about, things that we're passionate about, is what the Wands cards symbolize, in creativity and energy, and also our working with spirit as well. And I think with the star card, it's something else. I think you guys need to work with spirit a little closer. You guys need to get a little closer to spirit. And your way of doing that is by kind of going out and doing, it doesn't have to be meditation per se, although that's useful for a lot of people. I just think taking the cleansing breaths and being out in nature while you do so, even for just a few minutes, will help you get that connection back a little bit. But with the Page and the Knight of Cups as well, the Cups deal a lot with our emotions and things like that. But also the Page, he's very idealistic, and he's the dreamer, and he's innocent, and all that. And that's kind of the Fool energy as well. And I'm thinking that that's kind of the energy you need to pull back into your life again a little bit. Kind of that childlike wonder at the universe and at things again, instead of being kind of jaded. The Seven of Swords is a very jaded card. You notice how, he's sneaking away with these swords, and he has this sneaky look on his face. He's very jaded. He's very like, I've got one over on everybody. But he also has this attitude of, the world works a certain way, and I'm going to do things that way because the world's just going to, everybody's out for themselves, and nothing else is good. So I'm going to be out for myself too, and whatever. And that's the kind of attitude he has. And I don't think you guys have that attitude per se, but I do think that you guys are kind of world weary. Okay, and so it's time to come up with, be idealistic again, and think of things where you're not so jaded about how the world works or how life works, because I really feel like that's where your healing needs to take place. Is right now you've lost a lot of your faith in humanity, a lot of your faith in how the world works. A lot of your faith on maybe your life in general or how it can go, and just, well, this is my life, this is what it is, whatever. I got to go through it. I got to deal with it. But I really feel like now's the time for the more idealistic, more childlike energies of anything's possible. Things aren't, people are good, life is good, a lot of things can happen, because I think that's kind of the energy you guys need to turn to now. That's the energy you guys can turn to. You have lots of intuition going on, and you have lots of knowledge, and Spirit will help you out with this a lot too. The High Priest also symbolizes that as well. He's going to help you out with that. And we have the Knight of Cups, which is once again, he's idealistic, he's artistic, he's the good negotiator. So with this kind of energy going on here, I just really feel like you need to pull in that idealism again, and that young, free spirit that I really feel like you probably had at one point in your life. Maybe fairly recently it went away, and maybe it's been a while, but I do feel like that is an energy you did have in your life, and I feel like you're best when you have that energy flowing, so you need to kind of work on getting that back again. Okay, so that's kind of the messages we have there. Let's go ahead and we'll look at our charms and our oracle spheres here. That way we'll see what other messages and answers we might get for us, okay? So we're going to go ahead and pull some charms first to see if we have any other messages. Okay. We have a few letters here. We have a D, an O, and I thought this Q was an O, which is interesting because we have an R, and I felt like, that said door. Of course, that's a Q, not an O, but a door came to me, so we're going to go with that for just a second. I really feel like there's a doorway you guys could be walking through. Go ahead, walk through that doorway, walk through that way you got to go, okay? So we've got that, but we also have, so we have a D, O, R, and a Q, and a C. So if any of those letters mean anything to you, or if you can make words out of it that mean something to you, that might be useful. They also might symbolize some initials or something else that would be useful to you there. Let's see what else we have here. We have some cards. We have the Six of Hearts, the Nine of Hearts. See, we have lots of emotional cards here. And then the Jack of Spades. Okay, so once again, I'm thinking you need to be working on your emotions. I think emotionally, you guys need to flip things around a little bit. And that's going to really help you out a lot. I really feel like the way you're thinking about things and all, if you really can flip that around, I think that it's going to make you just so much happier. I just kind of see that too. It's interesting. I see the monkey here. I feel like you guys feel like you have a monkey on your back. that you just have stuff that is just, like I said, kind of overwhelming you, and just, you feel like you can't get away from life right now. That you just have to do stuff. It's interesting how we have the tennis racket and the bicycle. That might mean just get out and get some more exercise. Do some more things outdoors. I really feel like that's important. I felt like that with the star cards, and I feel like that now as well. With these symbols here, that you need to get out and spend a little time outside doing something, anything that can get you moving a little bit, but also just get you to feel the wind and the air and the sun and the moon and the stars and other things in nature. Just that the feeling of being outdoors. I think you guys need that a lot. Okay, but it's interesting here we have some other things that I think go along with your star cards and other stuff. Remember how I said you guys were very creative and intuitive souls? And I see that here with several of these charms as well. And what's great about that is we have the Inspire, and we have the Dragon, which is another fiery energy, by the way. You guys need to fire up your soul. You need to fire up your energy, things that you care about, that you're passionate about. You need to lean more towards those things right now. That's what that's symbolizing. But we also have the fairy here, and the fan. Those things all mean to me how much creative energy you have, and how much. We also have kind of the crab here, which is another water sign kind of thing, which to me, once again, is emotions and dealing with that kind of thing. So I just feel like this is a very emotional thing. You guys need to work on things that you are emotionally passionate about and that you care about, and work on that, because that and inspire, and that will help inspire other people. Get inspired. You need to be inspired yourself. Be thinking of the out of the box kind of thinking. Be thinking of things that you really care about and that you're inspired about, because that's really cool. We also have the butterfly and the feather, and the feathers to me are basically that our spirit guides, and spirit is there with us and helping guide us. And then the butterfly denotes that whole nature thing as well, but they kind of go together too, where once again I feel like you need to connect with spirit again a little bit more. That was a message earlier too, and I just feel like that will help you along with this journey. You need to get in touch with spirit and with your own inner soul, and to get inner peace, because we also have the heart here as well, and it just shows the love. We also have the lucky horseshoe, which I always like, because I feel like luck is on your side right now. Whenever that shows up, especially when new ideas and other stuff are coming about, which I think that you guys need to work on. Whenever the horseshoe is there with new ideas and other things, I feel like lucky things will come your way. Like when these new ideas come into your head and you go forward with those ideas, like if something comes to you, trust your instincts and go with it. Don't hold back. Go with it, and then luck will be with you with that. Lucky events will happen because it's the way you're supposed to go, because your intuition is leading you that direction, and then luck will be with you too. So that's kind of what that means there. So that's kind of what that goes on. Okay, guys? So let's go ahead and do our oracle spheres. Basically, the way this works is you think of a yes or no type of question, or a question that has a yes or no type of answer to it. Not an open-ended question, but one that has that type of answer. And we have 4 different stands here. We have 1 yellow, 2 green, 3 red, and 4 bronze. And basically, you pick a stand that you would like your answer to be on. And then we'll get the answers here, and we'll pull them out, and we'll see what answers come for each stand. Okay? So here we go. Number 1, yellow. Is a no. Number 2, green, is a very likely. Number 3, red, is a maybe. And number 4, bronze, is a not sure. Okay, now whenever not sure shows up, it just might mean that there's other factors that still need to play out before the answer can be given, because, you know, they might affect the outcome, or that the question wasn't very clear and universe has a little trouble answering it. So that's kind of what that means there. So that kind of let you know what that means. All right, guys, that's our answers there. We had lots of different answers this time, so that might be a good thing. I really, really appreciate you guys watching this reading. I would love for you to give the video a thumbs up, share this video and the channel with your friends and family. Put it out there on social media everywhere. We are not monetized through YouTube, and we need to have our channel grow, and that's the best way to make it happen, is to give us thumbs up on all of our videos, leave comments, and share it with other people, and we appreciate those things greatly. Check out our other videos on the channel. We have lots of timeless tarot readings out there, so some of them might be interest to you. We also have videos on how to read tarot cards, and videos that have flip-throughs of the different cards in the card deck so you can see what they look like. So if any of those are of interest to you, I would love for you to check those out as well. If you'd like to donate to the channel, we have a link in the description to PayPal that you can do that with. And we look forward to seeing you in future readings. May the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. Those of you that chose the yellow gold stone here. All right, now what I did is I picked, out of the Archangel Oracle deck, I picked out the 3 Archangel Raphael messages, and I randomly put them on each pile. So that is a general message for each pile, but then there'll also be more messages in the tarot cards. We also are going to pick out charms and do our oracle spheres later, so you could be thinking of a yes/no type of question that you want an answer to. But let's just get some of our general messages here. Angel therapy. Give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. Okay, well, that's a nice message there. Where, you know, if you guys have been having lots of worries or lots of other stuff go on, it might be nice to know that, you know, it's okay. Let the angels deal with it. Let the universe deal with it. Things will work out the way they're supposed to. By worrying about it too much, maybe that's not a good thing. Okay, let's see what other messages we have here. We have the 9 of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, okay, the Tower, the 9 of Swords, okay, the 8 of Swords again. All right, yeah, definitely. You guys have lots of, okay, the Sun card, the Tower again, wow, and the Knight of Wands. Okay, definitely, 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 you guys, okay, I got a feeling like you guys have had some major upheavals happen. You've had some major upsets in your life, major things that have caused you lots of worry, lots of anxiety, lots of other issues like that. And that's where letting the angels take your cares and lift those off of you a little bit would be really good. Because whatever has happened here, whatever has caused these worries and these nightmares and these other things that have been going on, because we have 2 8 of Swords and we have the 9 of Swords, and even the 9 of Wands would do this as well, in that I think something has caused you a lot of mental distress, a lot of worry, situation you feel like you can't get out of, you know, denoted by the 8 of Swords here. You feel trapped, you feel, you know, like you can't move. But also we have the Nine of Swords, which shows kind of nightmares, like things that are causing you not to sleep well. You have lots of worries, lots of things. And with the two tower cards here, whenever cards are doubled up like that, we have the Eight of Swords doubled up and the Tower card doubled up. Whenever cards are doubled up like that, it's always kind of an extra intense energy, an extra bit of boost, if you will. And I really think that you guys have had some major things happen that have caused you to have these kind of emotional distress things going on, and these mental distress energies happening. We even have the Nine of Wands, which is somewhat of a protective energy. It quite often, feel like you need to protect yourself or other. Look, on this particular Nine of Wands, he's very contemplative, and he's looking out over this very fragile looking plant. He's got wands planted around it to try to keep things, out of way. He's looking over it greatly, and I feel like you guys feel like you really got to be watchful. You really got to watch out, because things have just been really upheaval type, and you feel like, like I said, you have that stuck energy, you have that trapped energy, you have that worrying about things, not being able to sleep, all of that stuff going on because of these upheavals that have happened in your life. But we have the Knight of Wands, and that's great, because knights are there. They're kind of our defenders. They're the ones that we send out into charge into battles for us. They're the ones that, take care of those things. And you have the Knight of Wands, which means that the knights, of Wands especially, he's courageous, he's charming, he's a free spirit, he's those kinds of energies. But being the knight, he, like I said, he's willing to charge out into battle for you. And the Wands cards are very much full of passion and fire and spirit. Wands deals with dealing with spirit. And by, the card that you have here about connecting with the angels and spirit, that was actually a message in pile one of the messages as well, is connecting with spirit is really important right now, because spirit will help lift these burdens from you and help you be able to move forward. We have the Seven of Pentacles, and sevens are kind of a change card. Fives and sevens are very much kind of a change. But with the Seven of Pentacles, they're also kind of a harvest card. It's like it can be time to actually reap the rewards of the things that you've had to deal with in your life. And what I mean by that is we get a lot of things that happen in our lives that can be really rough at times. But usually, almost always, when those things happen to us, we gain something from it as well. We gain knowledge, we gain perspective, we gain strength, we gain courage. The list can be endless of what we can gain from these types of upsets in our lives. Okay? And so, because you've had to go through all of this and all that, it's now time where, if you can release this energy that you have here, you can reap the benefits of what you had to go through. Now's the time where you can take what you learned from this, or what you gained from these experiences, or what you can pull out of that's good, and harvest that now. The biggest thing, though, is to let these worries and nightmares go. It's now time to move forward in that. I know that's really hard to do when you've had to deal with this. It's extremely hard to get out of this mode and this energy, because so much has hit you and so much has gone through and done that. But if you can find a way to trust in spirit, trust in the angels, trust in your spirit guides, trust in the universe, that they will help get you through this emotional time, this rough mental time for you. They'll help you get through that and move you towards the sun. The sun is the happiest, most cheerful, greatest reward card there is in the deck. And I feel like, that's there. That's available to you. That's the sun card is here. We've got the knight able to, do the battles for you. You've got, somebody on your side now. You don't have to deal with this alone. Okay? Because all these cards denote so much of loneliness and so much being alone. You notice how all of these cards are by themselves. They're dealing with things on their own, and that is not the way to heal from this. You need to rely on spirit. You need to rely on your spirit guides. You need to rely on the universe. And also, I get the feeling, and the charms might bear this out as well, you also need to rely on your fellow human beings, your family, your friends, Facebook groups, anybody out there that you can reach out to, that you can draw on for support. I think it's time to get that too. The universe will work through them. Spirit will work through them to help you with this. But I think it's time for that now. I think that's it's time to rely on other people, all the way from angels and spirits all the way forward to heal, because that's what Archangel Raphael is known for. That's what he is there for, is for healing. And I feel like you guys definitely need to heal these wounds, these things that these things have caused. You guys definitely need to heal from that. And it is an emotional, mental type of healing that you need. Because this has caused you so much mental distress, so much, in your head type of distresses, that's the kind of healing you need right now. And honestly, if there's a psychologist out there, or a psychiatrist, or a counselor of any sort, a religious counselor, or even watching, this might be useful for some of you guys. If watching Pick a Piles helps heal your soul, or helps give you ideas, or helps the messages that you get from that, or a way for the universe to communicate with you to help you through that, then by all means do that as well. Because that could be your connection to spirit that you need. Whatever, that helps you. Whatever, talking to somebody, like I said, family, friends, Facebook groups, watching YouTube videos, talking to a counselor, any of those people, because I feel like that's what's needed right now for you guys to heal. You guys are on your way to the sun. It's available to you. It's there. You just have to work through these energies, and it can be done. It is possible to do so. And that was the message from Archangel Raphael right now, is that can happen, that's available to you, and that's the way to do it, is work with other people. Okay? So that's your message there. Now, we do have some charms we're going to go ahead and get. We also have our Oracle spheres, and basically with that, you just have a yes or no type of question in your mind, something that you would like an answer to, not an open-ended question. And then when we get to that, we'll get answers to that question. But we also, we'll go ahead and do our charms as well. Okay, so let's pick out a few charms here and see if we have any other messages or anything, clarify anything or anything else that might be useful to you. Okay, let me pull these back here and see. Got quite a few letters here. We have an S, H, C, E, Y, another C, and a G. Okay, so I got shy out of that. I feel like some of you guys might be shy, might be more withdrawn and inwards because of the things that you've had to deal with. It might have kind of kept you from wanting to go out and talk to other people or get out there, but I see that as, now's the time where you can kind of maybe overcome that a little bit or work through that a little bit and kind of do that. And so then that's definitely something I think you can do. These other letters, like I said, you might be able to make some good words. Hey, if you can come up with any good words, put them in the description. It might help other people. Or they might, might be some initials in there that might be useful to you or other things there. We also have the 3 and the 8 of diamonds, which are pentacles. And the 3 of pentacles is very much a community card. And I do feel like that, once again, getting with your community, working with your community is definitely the way you're going to want to go. Yeah. I just kind of see that. And we also have blessed and beautiful, which, to me, that shows how beautiful you are and how wonderful of a spirit you are. I can see it right here. I can feel it, and just how beautiful of a soul you are, and how great. Those of you that are watching this pile are just so beautiful. And you're blessed. You're very blessed. You have the angels and spirit on your side. They're there with you. They're going to help you out through stuff. And that is just wonderful. And that's there for you guys. The moon deals a lot with your intuition. I do feel like your intuition is kind of important right now. But also, to me, it's just another way to show that spirit's there with you and connecting with spirit. We have the wise old owl. And like I said earlier, you guys have gained some knowledge, some experience, some useful information that's going to be able to be helpful to you now. And so, draw on that. We also have the arrow, which is showing direction. You're going to have direction to go in your life now. And look, we have the hope. And, if you guys have been going through any kind of health issues, because Raphael is all about health. And these ribbons often denote things like cancer survivors or other types of healing from that point of view. But the ribbons also just denote healing. And that's very much Archangel Raphael message. But hope is what you guys need right now. And hope is there for you. Hope is available to you. And that's what you got to latch onto right now instead of the despair. Okay. The hope, is there. That's how you're going to heal. Okay. That's what that is denoting there. And then we also have the watering can, which, once again, just nurture. By watering things, we're nurturing, we're helping to grow. And I feel like I've heard nurture your soul. So that's kind of what I was getting from that, was that you need to nurture yourself and your soul and your well-being and your hope. Water that. Water the hope. Water, help it grow. Help it get bigger. Help it get better, because that is, where you guys are definitely heading and where you guys can definitely go. Okay, because that's going to get you in your right direction as well. Okay, and we also have our oracle spheres here. And like I said, if you were thinking of a yes or no type of question, rather than an open-ended question, we have 4 different stands to choose from. And basically you pick whichever stand you would like your answer to appear on. So we have yellow, which is number 1, 2 is green, 3 is red, and 4 is bronze. So we pick in where you'd like your answer to appear, and we'll get our answers to our question here. All right, so number 1, yellow, is a not sure. Okay, that just might mean that there's more things to be played out before the answer can be given. So, depending on how certain things go, might make a difference. Or the question wasn't real clear and the universe has trouble answering it. So you might ask your question slightly differently in the future to get a different, better answer. All right, and number 2, green, is a yes. And number 3, red, sometimes it takes a minute before to go out there, is a no. And number 4, bronze, is another yes. All right, so that's our answers to our questions there. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. I hope you got some good answers out of it. Hey, if you did, please give the video a thumbs up and leave comments in the comment section. And also share this video and the channel with your friends and family. Put it out there on all the different social media platforms that you might be involved in. We are not monetized through YouTube, and that is how we're trying to get the channel to grow. And that's the best way to get the channel to grow is to have you share this video, give it, thumbs up. All of those things help the channel out immensely, and we are very grateful for it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, and hit the bell icon. That way you can be notified of future videos that come out. Check out our other videos on the channel. We have lots of timeless tarot readings out there, and some of them might have some topics that would be interesting to you. We also have videos on how to read tarot cards and videos on flip-throughs of the different card decks that are out there. So we have all those things available, and some of those might be useful to you, or you might like to watch them. So I would love for you to check those out. We look forward to seeing you in the future, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. Those of you that chose the green colored stone here. And what I did is I went to the Archangel Oracle cards and I pulled out the messages specifically from Archangel Raphael, and I randomly put them on the piles here. So that'll be one message. It might help guide the whole reading. It might be just a simple message in of itself. I don't know, but we'll go through that. We also have charms that we're going to do here in a few minutes, and we're also going to pull the oracle spheres, so you can be thinking of your yes or no question that you would like an answer to. And so here we go. Healthy lifestyle. Eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. Now, those of you who don't know about Raphael too much, is he is very much a denoter, healer of health. That's physical, mental, all those things. And so that's good advice for any time, is make sure you get plenty of sleep, make sure you eat well, make sure you exercise, and that will help maintain your balance and your energy and other things that you need there. Okay, let's see what else we've got here. We've got Temperance. Oh, see, that goes so well with that. The King of Cups. The Two of Pentacles. Once again, balance. Lots of balanced stuff here. The Ten of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups, the High Priestess, the Queen of Wands, wow, lots of, the Seven of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. Wow, okay, we have two Knight of Cups, which that's always significant when there's two. And then we also have the King of Cups, but you also have the Queen of Wands. Okay, wow. All right. First of all, the energies I'm getting here is you guys need to get more balance into your life. That was kind of the first message I got based on this card and a few of the tarot cards. The Temperance card is very much seeing things in balance, seeing things. I feel like you guys are kind of out of balance right now. Could be your chakras are out of balance. It could be maybe your diet has not been good, and so, or you've not been sleeping well, or other things like that, which is kind of putting you out of sorts. It's, I'm trying to get the right word to explain it. Basically, by not eating right or exercising, and I don't mean vigorous exercise or anything like that. I just mean maybe some short walks, or, walking up and down the flight of stairs several times a day, or, just get up and do some movement and some exercise, that kind of thing. And eating well. I know sometimes we can go overboard on things that aren't very good for us. Some people's weaknesses are sweets or chocolates, or other things like that. One of my weaknesses is potato chips. I can sometimes go a little overboard on potato chips, which the salt and the starches and carbohydrates aren't that good for me. And I'm sure that some of you guys probably have those kinds of things as well, where You don't eat a good balanced meals. You might eat on the run really quickly. I feel like that might be the case for some of you. You might grab some fast food, which fast food occasionally is fine. It's good. It's kind of part of that balance thing, because we can't eat always the best. If we don't treat ourselves to things that we appreciate and like, then that's also out of balance too. So just to let you guys know that. Um, but let's say you eat, fast food 5 days a week, or 3 days a week or something. That can really throw you out of whack. It can really throw your whole health out of whack. So eating healthily is important. Exercise, getting enough sleep. If we're not sleeping well, that can make us very, very tired and very draggy, which can throw the rest of our life out of balance. Just from that point of view, because we don't have enough energy to complete the things that we would like to do, and so emotionally we don't feel fulfilled, and all that. So balance is kind of the key here for you guys, to get your health in optimum shape, and that is all kinds of health. That's physical health, that's mental health, that's just feeling good about your life in general. That's your emotional health. It's all of those things. I do feel like it might be physical health for some of you guys, because we do have the Ten of Pentacles here, and Pentacles deals with our health from that point of view, as well as the Two of Pentacles. So some of you guys, I do feel like this might be a physical health related thing, that maybe your physical health is not as good as it could be. Maybe you're having a little trouble, you get out of breath easy, maybe you feel very lethargic, maybe you're having problems being regulated right, because you're not drinking enough water, or you like I said, you're eating a lot of junk food or fast food or other things that aren't necessarily healthy for us, rather than getting a good balance in your diet. Fruits, vegetables, meats if you eat meat, or good protein if you don't, things like that. Okay, so those kinds of things are really important for you guys. I really feel like this could be a physical health thing for some of you, actually a lot of you, and I also feel like it also might be an emotional thing for some of you guys as well, with these cup cards here. So, and it might be a combination of both of them. I think I think you're kind of out of balance in like every aspect of your life right now. I think that's true for almost all of you. Um, and those things with eating well, sleeping, getting enough sleep, and good sleep too, not just fitful sleep, or not just like if you're worrying about things or you have other things on your mind when you go to sleep, you might not be sleeping well, and even if you get 6, 7, 8 hours, it may not be good sleep, which can also cause a problem too. So be on the lookout for that as well. All of those things are really, really, really important, because you guys have, actually, it's kind of funny because all the readings today, you guys have some good intuition on your side, and the universe as well, like spirit guides and other things kind of working with you, and the angels. But you guys, I do think, have a lot of intuition, a lot of spiritual energy. And you notice how we have the High Priestess and the Queen of Wands, and it's interesting how, and both of these would show a lot of intuition, by the way, and a lot of creativity and dealing with spirit and stuff like that. Both of those would show that. But it's interesting how the different decks are depicting this in slightly different ways. And I'm kind of seeing that as the balance thing again as well. Because you notice how this High Priestess has got a laptop on her lap. She's more modernized. This is from the Modern Witch deck. So she, I get the feeling of, workflow, doing work. Like I said, the laptop kind of denotes that for me, doing a job related type things. And then we've got the Queen of Wands, who's sitting here on her throne with her cat and other things, and she's just kind of lounging and, relaxing in nature and dealing with that. And that's kind of the balance thing I kind of see here too, is that you guys need to get a balance between your work life and your home life relaxation time. Okay? because you guys have this power. You guys have this wonderful strength within you. Um, and it's emotional strength, it's intuitional strength, it's all of that. But once again, you need that balance between work and home. I think you guys tend to go one way or the other too far. Um, you might not get enough fresh air, or like I said, you might be so busy tending to all of your things in life that you just grab a quick bite to eat. You get a little sleep when you can. You might fall asleep in front of the TV and you're not getting good restful sleep. All of those things, okay? All of those kind of modern things that we have happen in our lives now is kind of what I feel like is going on with you guys. And it is throwing you out of whack for sure. And so you guys need to get that balance back in your life again. It's interesting how we have two Knight of Cups. Knights bring us things, especially the cup. He's kind of bringing the cup back from the battle. The cups deal with our emotions and our relationships, our intuition, our subconscious, our imagination. And I think that by getting this balance back in your life, your intuition will flow better. Your imagination will flow better, because you guys do have imagination going for you, but you also have a lot of intuition, as I mentioned earlier. And I think that the Knight of Cups is kind of bringing that to you if you get this balance back, that it's there, but you notice how they can't cross the stream yet. And the reason why they can't cross the stream is because it's too high. And that's kind of, it needs to get back on an even keel where it's easy to go across. And that's representative. It's kind of a metaphor for the balance in your life. The Cups energy will be able to, you'll be able to utilize that energy better. You'll be able to be artistic and use your intuition and get all of those emotional happiness and other things if you can get this balance in your life. Because I think that's the biggest particular message that we have here, is that the balance is really important, and that there are good emotional and intuitional. It'll help you tap into your intuition quite a bit too. Because with the Seven of Wands energy, it's kind of the fighting energy, it's kind of the passionate energy. But in this case, in your guys' case, I see it as, once again, your creativity, your connection to spirit, your fire, your passion, things that you're passionate about, that you definitely can do that. You can head towards, getting that out into the universe, but you have to have this balance to do it. You can't just run off, half-cocked and whatever, and be all fiery passionate about something and just go forward without any kind of other things going on, without, being able to have, some calmness going on here as well. We also have the King of Cups, which is kind of the ultimate, reaching. He's very wise. He balanced again, because he is a good balance between your head and your heart. And he's kind of denoting that. And so, once again, I think maybe your head's telling you one thing, your heart's telling you another, and you go one way or the other, and you don't kind of follow both, because our head can be very important to us. Our head can give us a lot of good ideas, a lot of good stuff. We can be logical with it, but our heart also can be very good, because it's what we want emotionally and what we need and other things. But you can't go too far one way or the other. You need to kind of work with both of them, and that is where you guys are at. You're needing that, and the King of Cups energy is very much that between the head and the heart kind of thing. So I'm thinking that's just all part of this balance thing. Getting a balance between your head and your heart. Getting a balance between your sleep and your exercise and your food. And getting a balance between your work and your home life. All of these things need to be in balance more. Because if you get it in balance, if you balance out those scales quite a bit more, you're going to feel a lot better. You're going to feel a ton better. And the Ten of Pentacles kind of denotes that. The Ten of Pentacles is kind of the ultimate happiness. It's similar to the Sun card, in my opinion, whenever it shows up, because it's showing family love. It's showing the generations. You know, like this one's got dogs on it, so it's showing wonderful happiness. Usually in family life, but I also can see it just happiness in your life and whatever you care about, whatever you know, things that matter to you. But a lot of emotional happiness going on. And so, and the 10 is very much, it's a completion energy. It's also another balance, because the 10 is a balanced number. So I just see that as, you know, you guys are heading towards that. Just balance everything out. I know it's easier said than done, but, you know, we'll make it sound easy. Okay, guys, let's go on to our charms. We'll go ahead and get those, and we'll also do the oracle spheres. So basically, you'll be thinking of a yes or no type of question that has that type of answer involved in it, and we will get to those in a minute, and then we'll also do our charms. Okay, so let's see what charms we have first. See if there's any other messages or any other clarifying answers or anything else we need to hear. But I tell you what, all of these readings today were very straightforward, very clear, very concise. It was kind of interesting. Ooh, lots of letters. Okay. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes it can form some really good words that are useful. All right, we have F-E-N-N. I'm thinking of feng shui when I see that. Once again, another balance thing going on. Another N. Wow, lots of N's. Interesting. A G, a U, an L, and a D. Okay. Not sure. I see the word lend, which, you know, I'm not sure what that means. Might mean something specifically to some of you guys, but that was kind of a word that just kind of came out besides the feng shui type of deal. There's an F-E-N-N-N-G-U-L-D. So if you can think of any words, that would be great. Hey, put them in the comment section so other people can utilize those words as well. But if you can come up with some words that that you see out of that, or that you can get out of those letters, that might be specific messages for you. That happens sometimes. That's what I like about when those show up. We also have the heart kitty and the cupid. I like that. We also have, it's kind of a perfume bottle. I also kind of think of potions a little bit, but if it's a perfume, it's like number 5. So what I'm seeing with these, and we also have the reindeer. This is interesting because I think it so much goes on with what the reading was all about. We have emotional. We have the heart kitty, so that's kind of the home, family, pets, dealing with that. And we also have Cupid, so that's once again emotions and dealing with relationships and things like that. So I really feel like maybe your relationship energy is out of balance. We did have those other cup cards, and maybe that's what's heading to you, is, you know, because we have the Ten of Cups, which is very much a emotional relationship, you know, ultimate relationship type card. So I'm thinking we also have the Chanel number 5, which is kind of dealing with when you have smells and stuff, that also deals with emotions. But I'm also thinking that that's kind of a ritzier thing and a little bit more worldly type thing. But then we have on the other side the reindeer, which is a little bit more magical, wish fulfilling other side. So once again, that whole balance thing between wishes and reality. Okay. I know that I'm not sure why it came to me that way, but it did. But I do feel like this does have a lot to do with you guys' emotions and feelings and relationships. And it's interesting how that came out in the charms, but I didn't notice it as much in the tarot cards. So it might only be for a few of you. But that maybe your relationships are unbalanced. And that might be something that you need to get balanced. Or if you get more balance in your life with your health and other things, then these relationships will flow to you better, and they will flow along better as well. Because if we are unbalanced in the way we're thinking about things or the way our life is going, we're not feeling very healthy, or we're not, we're feeling stressed, or like I said, we're one way or the other, too much work, whatever. All of those things affect our relationships as well. It might make us grouchy. It might make us tearful, or have other types of emotions that might mess with our relationship some, because they won't understand where it's coming from. All of those things kind of happen. So balance is very important in this, and in your emotional happiness and with relationships. And so I'm just going to, that's just kind of the message that's been here all along, is balance is really, really, really important to you right now, and that it's really important that you get back into balance, because you are not. Okay, and so that's just kind of the biggest message we have there. All right, now we do have our oracle spheres, and basically how this works is we have 4 different stands. We have yellow, green, bronze, and red, and you be picking whichever stand you would like your answer to appear on, and then we will get answers that will go on each one. Okay, so here we go. Number 1, yellow. Let's see what our answer is. We've got not sure. That usually means that there's something else that needs to play out, some other situations that need to move forward before an answer can be given, because it depends on how things work as to how things will go, or the question wasn't very clear, and maybe you just need to ask it slightly differently. Number 2, green, is a no. Number 3, bronze. Number 3 is kind of stuck. Oh, so obviously wasn't the answer if we couldn't get it out. All right, number 3, bronze, is another no. And number 3, red, is a no. Wow, that doesn't happen very often where we get 3 of the same. Okay, so there's our answers to your question there. I really hope you guys had some important messages come through to you in this reading. I hope it was very insightful for you. I really enjoyed having you here. Check out our other videos on the channel. We have lots of different timeless tarot readings out there on different topics that might be of interest to you. We also have videos on how to read tarot cards, and videos on flip-throughs of the different card decks, so you can see what the cards look like and what the different cards are in the deck. So any of those might be something. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, I invite you to do so now. Also, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of future videos whenever those come out. And listen, if you guys could give this video a thumbs up and share this video with your friends and family, put it out there on social media, all the different social medias that you might be involved in. Just spread out there and let them see the videos, or our channel. Share our channel with them. We are not monetized through YouTube, and so things like giving us a like, putting comments in the comment section, sharing the video, all of those things help the channel grow, and it's greatly appreciated by us. We just love it so much, and we thank you very, very much for that. If you'd like to donate to the channel, there is a link in the description to PayPal that you can do that with. And we look forward to seeing you in future readings. May the stars guide your path. Bye-bye.